And to give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rabakakwadash, double unself apostles, great millstone that rule well. Peace, love, and blessings to you. I came out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. And also blessings to you few sisters out there listening and learning. I'm that fellow servant Kanaka. Coming at you with another lesson. This is pretty much going to be signs of the times, prophecy update, just watching. And I'm going to get right into it. It's Habakkuk 2 verse 3 says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end it shall speak." And the vision, what's the vision? The vision is the end of the world, all right? As the scriptures say, declaring the end from the beginning. So ever since the beginning of time, all right, the end, all right, has always been spoken about, okay? It's been mentioned. The end has been mentioned. The end of this society, the end of this world, okay? It says, "For the visions yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak." And right now the end is speaking. So what? It's self-explanatory. But the end it shall speak. So we're at the end because why? The end is speaking. It says, "And not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." So it's not tarrying no more. So we are at the end. All right? And that's the spirit. Real quick, I had this article here. Caribbean chokes on monster Saharan dust cloud headed towards the U.S. You can see here, massive plume of Saharan dust has shrouded swaths of the Caribbean, turning blue skies into milky brown haze. And that's unheard of pretty much in the Caribbean. Right? When people think about the Caribbean, they think about, just like your beautiful skies, beautiful weather. Yeah, it rains, it has hurricanes, so on and so forth. But for the most part, 99% of the time, the weather is beautiful down there. But here it is, a Caribbean, it's like a Saharan dust cloud is made its way down there. Okay?
Several U.S. states.
And what's beautiful about that is, as I'm about to do a lesson on the current events, Dabu 7 just made this video here. Right? See if it'll pop up. This just came up in my notifications. That Dabu 7 just put up the same article I was about to so-called report on, so to say, for lack of a better term. It just popped up within my notifications, and Dabu 7 is getting ready to report on it. Okay, it says massive Saharan dust plume to set hit many states this weekend. All right, so I'm gonna let this video play.
This is Dabu 7.
And look at that, 144. 144.
A heads up for this massive dust storm that is set to sweep over parts of the United States here this weekend. As you can see here, the forecast showing this coming out of the Gulf of Mexico has it, as of today, already going up over many southern states through Georgia, Alabama, down here to Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida. And that's just for Thursday, stretching all the way up into Tennessee for today. Now, if you look at Friday, you can see that that's just to dissipate a little bit up there and open up a pocket, but it just kind of swirls around. On Saturday, they have the area open, and on Sunday, it looks like this thing kind of whips around and comes right up to the Midwest. It looks like all these states are going to get hit, from Texas all the way up in here to Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. They're going to get clipped by it. Carolina.
Hey, that's a spirit. A precept automatically just popped in my head. Now it's hitting America, right? And brothers should know where I'm going, or may know where I'm going with this. In Isaiah, you're gonna know exactly. You probably already know where I'm going to right now. Isaiah, because that's the spirit. I believe it's 30. Bear with me real quick. Let me find it. And sit in the dust. Okay, so I may have to search it real quick. Bear with me. Yeah, I was probably looking right over it. Isaiah 47. Probably looked right over it. But Isaiah 47:1, and it says, Salakia. Wow, man, I tell you no lie. It's crazy. It must be just Satan, because this was not here. All right, it would not show up. But nonetheless, I went to Isaiah 47, and it would completely show something different. All right, but whatever. I had closed the Bible app down and rebooted it, and here it is now. Isaiah 47:1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne." So look at that. On that dust is that confusion. See, it's hitting this dust. Massive hair and dust plume set to hit many states.
Carolinas. So a heads up here for people that may have allergies, may have difficulty breathing. They're saying with all this particulate matter in the air, it will cause problems with breathing. So some areas are going to be worse than others. It may leave a film on your vehicles and other stuff outside. So just a heads up if you're out this weekend for this massive dust storm. If you guys got any crazy photos, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter or email me, dabu7@yahoo.com, and I'll make sure to share them and get them out there.
Con. Hey, and I'm finna actually lead this comment on that video. You know, prophecy, man. Come down and sit in the dust. All right, because that's prophecy. That's beautiful. America is doomed, man. But you got it right there. All right, so let's go back to this. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne." So sit down on the ground, on the dust, man. In the dust. All right, it says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." All right, and that's America, because America is getting ready to be judged by the Heavenly Father. All right, so that's it on that. And what I wanted was just to scroll through here. It says, McDonald's is closing its iconic Times Square location. All right, so that store is closing down. And look at this. Bag salad contaminated with parasite sickens 122 people in 7 states. All right, so the plagues is just hitting this place. All right, continuing on, it says Olive Garden parent swings to a loss as sales plunge 43%. You got this whole coronavirus thing is just collapsing this economy of America. All right, let's see. I was just scrolling through here. Then look, RFID based contactless body temperature screening using Arduino and MLX 9614 IR temperature sensor. Okay, so once again, this whole coronavirus thing is ushering in Esau Edom, the so-called white man, New World Order. All right, radio frequency identification. It says, since the outbreak of COVID-19, infrared thermometers are being used as a screening tool to scan the people at airports, railway stations, and other crowded establishments. These scans are being used to identify potential patients of COVID-19, and that's where you get the radio frequency identification. All right, identity. All right, that's going to be your new ID cards. The RFID chip is going to be your new identity cards. They're going to be your new debit cards, credit card, whatever the case may be. Whatever you use to identify yourself or to make transactions, the RFID chip is going to replace all of that. All right, it says potential patients of COVID-19. The government made it compulsory to scan everyone before entering the office, school, or any other crowded places. So in this tutorial, we are building an RFID-based contactless temperature monitoring system using a contactless temperature sensor with Arduino. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that word. It says when employees scan the RFID card, it will measure the body temperature of employees with a non-contact infrared thermometer the log name and temperature. So pretty much the scan cards that you have that has the RFID in it or whatever, it's just going to just move from whatever to a card to being implanted into your skin. Why? Because we're at the time of the end. As we opened up with Habakkuk 2, it says, a vision is yet for a appointed time, but the end it shall speak and not lie. So let's get that real quick. Revelation 13 verse 16, and it reads, and he called it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And if you read up ahead, it speak about this beast system. All right, this so-called European system, which is that fourth beast. Okay, the revitalization of the Roman Empire. Okay, so this beast system is going to cause you to be a part of it by receiving its mark. Okay, and you're not going to be a part of this society, a part of this system, if you don't accept this mark of the beast. And that's what's happening. All right, you got this whole COVID-19 is bringing in the collapse of the system. All right, it's bringing in this RFID technology. All right, tracking and all these different apps to track who has COVID-19. They set up all the 5G towers everywhere. Okay, the end is speaking. There's no more hiding, no more questioning. If you have eyes to see and ears of understanding to hear, you can see this. But if you don't, you're just going to be caught up by the evils that's getting ready to come upon this earth. Okay, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to buy or sell anything if you don't have this mark. All right, that 666 mark. So going on, prophecy is just taking off. Here it is, another thing. Temperatures climb to 38 degrees Celsius in coldest city on earth. Records broken as Russian Arctic endures. Okay, so you got extreme hot weather, then you got extreme cold weather. All right, so things are popping off. It says scientists are already alarmed at the spike in temperatures in Russia this year, while the mercury is creeping up everywhere. In Siberia, it has spiked dramatically, delivering unprecedented heat. Okay, and we feeling that over here and down south. Okay, it's been feeling like 106 degrees outside lately. Everybody I run into, it's been so hot lately. All right, and the news just reported this. All right, this summer is on course to be the hottest since record keeping began in the world's largest country. Towns usually still blanketed by snow at this time of year are experiencing a blazing heat wave thanks to the escalating climate crisis. All right, so this world is all out of course, man. Okay, from extreme heat temperatures to extreme, cold temperatures. This place is just finished. All right, that's why we usher in the destruction or the downfall of this place. Why? So Yahweh Shai can return and set order in this place. All right, because the inhabitants of this planet, of this earth, is not doing a good job at keeping this place intact, so to say. Isaiah 24 verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. All right, and we can go on and on how the so-called white man, the current ruler of this place, all right, pursuing to Job 9 and 24, all right, how he's an unfit ruler. This is Job 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And it's a well-known fact that so-called white people are in control of this planet. Okay? That's factual. Anybody want to argue against that, then they're just, they're just reprobates, all right? Void of judgment. It says he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So if it ain't the so-called white man, where and who is he? Who's running? The Chinese? Yeah, the Chinese are coming up on a financial level. They're getting ready to take over the financial system of the world. But at this point in time, the so-called white man still has that grip in control over the planet Earth. Okay? So, Job 9 and 24, we understand who's in control of this earth. So, this verse Isaiah 24 and 5 again. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Because ultimately what's going to happen is, due to the hands of the so-called white man, a nuclear war is going to take place, which is going to pollute certain parts of this world and going to destroy certain parts of this earth. Okay, mainly aka America, right? But that's the hands of the so-called white man. You know, they like to blame everything on the so-called black man and saying they're uncivilized and they're doing all these things. Yeah, but you know, that's based off of their upbringings, based off of their environment they live in. But the so-called black man doesn't have the resources nor the technology to create weapons of mass destruction. Who's doing that? The so-called black man didn't create all these weapons and these guns that promotes the violence. Yeah, it's black on black crimes, so-called black on black crimes. And I say so-called black because we're not black, we're brown. I'm clearly, they would classify me as a black man, but you can clearly see the complexion of my skin is brown. I'm not black. Okay, black is a racist term. But you know, they would say the so-called blacks and Latinos, you know, they kill each other. You know, they kill each other. So how can they speak up against the so-called white man killing them? All right, well, check this out once again. Who created all these weapons? All right, who's the mastermind behind all this death? All right, all these vaccines, all these pharmaceutical drugs. You know, we're not manufacturers of drugs. We're not manufacturers of GMOs, genetically modified organism, antibiotics that's against the body, anti against the body, bio against the body. Okay, we're not engineers of these things. The so-called white man is the corporate. Okay, so the earth is defiled under the heavens thereof, because he have transgressed the laws. What laws? Not his constitution, but the laws of the Heavenly Father. Okay, so it's nothing good coming to this planet, nothing good coming to this world. Right? Only thing good that's coming is for the elect, and that's the return of Yahushua. Okay, look at this. Hospitals concerned about ICU bed capacity as Hillsborough County coronavirus cases increase. Okay, so what? Soon they're gonna be making not making, they already got them. Soon they just gonna be putting people in concentration camps that test positive for the coronavirus. You know, it's gonna look, you know, they're gonna make it seem like it's a hospital, but really you're just gonna be locked in a concentration camp. All right, maybe in an abandoned warehouse, in an abandoned Walmart, or in a storage facility. Okay, because you notice there's a lot of storage facilities around areas that you live in. All they gotta do is take all those belongings out, and look, they got a whole concentration camp right there. Put you in a storage facility. And don't say that's unconstitutional, because why? The Constitution is suspended, man. Under a medical emergency, under national emergency due to the coronavirus. And wait till this dollar collapse. Okay, all cars are off. When there's anarchy in the streets, okay, and there's a lawless society, you think they're gonna be trying to pretty much uphold your rights and protect you for your rights? No. Okay. So, and another thing too, the uproars of these people. All right, you got uproars. You had these Lyft and Uber drivers at the CEO in California, at the CEO's house, saying he's a thief. So, you know, this place is finished, man. You know, you brothers that believe and are watching, continue to watch, continue to believe, continue to pray without ceasing, continue to seek the Lord. All right, get yourself right with the Lord. You few sisters out there listening and learning, continue to do so as well, because we almost out of here. Salvation is near, but we enter into the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, so with all these things said, all these bad things coming, all these plagues and prophecies taking place, the Lord is going to keep us from these things. Okay, so I'm going to close out with this. Here's the balance of that. Revelation 3 and 10. And it reads, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, so Lord's going to protect us from all these things that's getting ready to take place. All right, Psalms 91. Okay, so with that, Lord's willing, you were edified. Until next time, I'm going to say a shalom.